Spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Tonight, it's the second of our Monday night doubleheader, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the fourth-year man, it's Cam Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7. I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
He's out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll lead here to a third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stafford on third down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TV. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run a draw now with Akers. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
Ready.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. You talk about this Bengals defense. They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Kupp beats the D for a first that time. There really was a defense who could stop him the last 2 years. Only an ankle injury slowed him down, ending his 2022 season after 9 games. He was on an all-pro pace, and we expect to see the same again this year.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Flushed out right. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a first down throw. Stafford will dump this off to Akers. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Again, it's Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Bengals will have the football.
Separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ja'Marr Chase, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Well, this defense for the Bengals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game. And I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Back deep for Cincinnati, the rookie Charlie Jones. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here we go. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Joe Mixon. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, an 80-yard touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big streak like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
19. Rams nothing.
.38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Here's Stafford. Middle of the field to Jefferson. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Despite writing it down in my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop.
Touchdown! T. Higgins, 33 yards. And the Bengals are able to widen their lead here in this first half. McPherson now for the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Double right.
On first down, it's Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Kupp. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down, L.A.
First down, Los Angeles.
Stafford looks to throw again.
That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Stafford now to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. The Rams on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Stafford.
He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that. So I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change, very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient, no wasted motions, things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Burrow's throw there taken in by Smith.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets them down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Bengals are pouring it on.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
A gain of 3 on the play.
On first down, Stafford here. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Tyler Higbee. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
3 yards on the play.
Motion left, Kupp. Stafford on first down. Short throw, it's Higbee. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Motion left, Kupp.
21.
From the red zone now, Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Akers going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Second and goal from the 1.
40 got. 40 got. White.
Stafford going to change it up here. Again, it'll be Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
53. Ready. Hey, 50. Stop.
To throw is Stafford. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. The final shot before the break, Stafford. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Rams nothing.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Tanner Brown to kick off for the Rams.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like the empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
An incomplete pass. Nixon on the toss right. There he goes, right side.
Down the right sideline. Inside the 20. Joe Mixon.
And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Joe Mixon.
His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from going up by 40.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Off of play action. Here's Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Alert!
Now it's Stafford. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Omaha, ready, move. Hey, 54.
Throwing is Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Stafford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Ready.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Monday. Like 7.
To the air again, Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
picked off by Jordan Battle.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 46, here's the 2nd and 9.
12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Burrow looking to pass. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
A great play there. 27 yards.
And the Bengals just continue to roll. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Evan McPherson picking off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out.
And my goodness, another interception.
Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
This is caught. It's Boyd. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards that time.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Short throw to Smith. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 2.
11, Thomas. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Bengals get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Jefferson moving in motion left.
Now Stafford.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Middle.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Eleven. Gotta go.
They go play action with Burrow. That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Bengals extend their lead yet again. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Now Stafford. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD.
Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this 3rd quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, And they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
White. 22.
Here's Stafford.
The pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the option, here's Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 2. Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back.
Gun.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're ever on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll run with Mixon. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. The all-everything defensive tackle, Aaron Donald, the one who made the play there. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Oh, some strong running. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 141 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. Touchdown, Bengals. Herb Smith Jr. from 6 yards away. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
50-50. 59.
On first down, it's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And my goodness, another interception. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter.
And now here is another interception. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
McPherson on for the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now, but as you've mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy was...
And my goodness, another interception. Cheetah with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take over here up near the 40.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp, and now
taking it right down Broadway.
Joe Mixon.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
McPherson now for the extra point.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. On first down, Stafford here. Going up top for Kupp. And now here is another interception. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth quarter lead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Here we go. 11 MT, Tate.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Defensively, they know the situation. They stacked the line. Heck, that was a goal line set right there.
And it's the right play for them, exactly what they have to do. They want to take away every gap, every crack, and make sure no one can get through it. But here's the deal, though. You've worked on offense all year long about these types of defensive fronts. If they can penetrate it at all, your runner has a chance to go up.
Yeah, I was going to say, it could be a house call.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. Just what silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big, you really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run, have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
That is caught, and he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Drill right, 22.
Again, it's Stafford.
Looking for Cooper Kupp again, 2 in a row.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 41-yard line.
Hot. Easy alert.
Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And my goodness, another interception.
It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. A toss play to Mixon. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
11 Thomas. 11 Mighty. 11 Mighty.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League.